folks, hope you're all doing well and welcome back to the channel. So it's new album day today. Ace Frehley put out 10,000 volts. Uh, but listening to all the tracks ahead of time that came out, they were releasing them like crazy yesterday, and then I heard the last 3 or 4 songs this morning a bunch of times. So I was waiting around, so I just kept it running. Um, so I just wanted to do a quick review and talk about the record. So this is reminds me a lot of like the Space Invader record where he was going a lot more for the pop. This is not really a heavy rock record. There is one song that's that is pretty heavy, but for the most part, it's all about the pop hook. It's all about the sing along chorus. That's sort of what he's going for on this record. And the record is very, very slick sounding. The production is good. The guitars do sound quite good on it. But the thing is, as melodic as some of the songs are designed to be and meant to be, Ace's voice on some songs, like here's what I noticed in listening to the tracks. When Ace is singing low, and apparently I just saw an interview where they've dropped the guitars down like a full step, so now he's singing even lower than I guess he's normally sings. But when he's in a lower register, and it just doesn't sound good. I mean, not that Ace has ever been a great singer, but it really detracts from like a really hooky song. Like I'll give examples as we go through, but Cherry Medicine pops into my head right away, where the verses are just, the vocals are too low, and it just, his voice doesn't work there. Where his voice works best is when he's in a little higher register and he's belting. So as catchy as some of the songs are, because of his vocal limitations, it it hurts the songs. It really does. So that's the one thing. The other thing, his guitar playing in this, it's like he's got, I don't know, 5-10 licks, but just kind of all he's reduced his guitar playing to for the most part. And when the solo comes around, it's just he goes from one lick to another. And it's almost like it doesn't matter what's playing behind him. He's just going to go through these licks. I mean, there's maybe one exception, maybe 2 exceptions on here where he's actually playing to the music and playing with the changes. But a lot of times it's just, I'm going to play this lick and then I'm going to go into this next one and then I'm going to go into this next one. I mean, for me, the last album where he was, creative with his solos, his last solo album where he was creative with his solos was Anomaly, which is a far better record than this. But anyways, let's go through the tracks. All right, first track, 10,000 volts, the lead-off single. This one is a grower. It definitely grew on me. Initially, I wasn't a big fan of it, but in the context of the rest of the record, it's actually one of the better songs on here. Not the best song, but one of the better songs on here, in the top 3 or 4. It's got again a catchy riff. It's got a good hook to it. The solo in it is, again, it's those licks one into the other, but it kind of works for this song. That kind of works a little bit. Just and not a bad song. Again, very slick, very all about the hook. All the songs on the record, I mean, not just this one, they're all really tight. It's, the song structures are really tight. It's the typical, verse, chorus, bridge, solo. They're all kind of fit the same mold, and it's all about, let's get in and out in like under 4 minutes, and let's build up to that big chorus, and 10,000 volts fits that blueprint perfectly. Again, not a bad song. One of the better songs actually on here. Okay, then you got Walking on the Moon. Now this one, for whatever reason, they made this the second single, and it's one of the worst songs on here. I mean, it just kind of drags. His vocal is in that lower register again. and it's just sloppy sounding, and I don't know it's just a terrible song. Yeah, I got nothing good to say about Walking on the Moon, unfortunately. But all right, then we got Cosmic Heart. Now, Cosmic Heart, it sounds like he's using an octave pedal on this. I like the riff. The riff is really, really heavy. Um, so the riff is like the best part of the song. It comes in with the riff, and they do the chorus over the riff. Again, it's got the big sing along chorus. The verses are just like build up to that chorus, but outside that riff, really, there's nothing else going on here. The rest of the songs outside of the riff is not good. So Cosmic Heart, yeah, not a winner. Better than Walking on the Moon, but not by a lot. All right, then we got Cherry Medicine. Real great, catchy chorus. Dig the chorus a lot. But again, the verses, man, he's singing in that lower register, and it just, and he enunciates the last words, and why again, it's like, dude, cut the words off shorter, or like sing it higher or whatever, you know, because this could have been a good song if it was if the verse he was singing it in a higher register, you know. But chorus is catchy as hell. But again, the vocal kills it. So, but that's Cherry Medicine. Then you got Back into My Arms Again, which was an old demo that he redid. Um, I mean, musically, this song is really, I mean, it's very melodic, very 80s, very cool, actually. Musically, it's great. But again, the vocal kills it. And then the solo on this, I mean, this has got some, the chords, and it's set up beautifully for like a really nice melodic solo. And what does Ace do? He just plays like just a, this is one of the examples where the play by numbers, like one followed by like four, does not work here. I mean, you know he could have done way better. I mean, if this was Anomaly time or previously, when he actually used to kind of listen a little more and try to play along with the music a little more, this would have been an incredible solo, because the music set it up beautifully, and there's a lot of what I call musical meat, a lot of things to bite into. I think places you could go, and this one is just really disappointing, especially because it's so melodic, and you're waiting for that big 80s guitar solo, that big memorable solo, and it just doesn't happen. So between that and the vocal, musically, the chords and that, they're great, but again, you know, the promise is not fulfilled. So then you got Fighting for Life. Fighting for Life is the heaviest track on here. Very up tempo. And his vocal on this is good because he's in that higher register, so he actually sounds okay on this song. It's a really good up tempo, heavy rockin' tune. And the other thing I should mention, the solos are all very abbreviated on this. It's like he just, whereas on earlier records, he'll play and then he'll extend it and then he'll play it through into the last bit of the song, and there's very little tag out soloing going on in this record, and the main solos are real small. And this one is like that, but the solo on this actually is not bad. But what makes this song is, the riffing is cool. Not really the chords. The musically, it's not that interesting, but the vocal on top of it, actually, and the melody and the up temponess makes this a good song. So it's a good song. It's probably the best song on here. Then you got Blinded. It starts off with him singing, Blinded by Science, and a cappella. And then again, that's another one with the low register voice. Musically, it's okay. It's not anything to write home about. It's okay. Not really a hell of a lot more I could say about Blinded. Constantly Cute. Uh, Yeah. Um. Ah, man, I don't know. The riff is sort of okay. Uh, the vocals and the melody on this one, and this one is not a good song. This one is pretty much on the level for me as Walking on the Moon. All right, Life of a Stranger. That's the crooner. That's the Sinatra song. Um, Kind of a bluesy tune. Man, this could have been really, really good. A departure from the other songs on here for sure. And again, the vocal and the kind of kills it. But man, this is one of those songs where you just waiting for this just amazing screaming guitar solo. It's something melodic, something that really digs into the song and just kind of transports it. And the solo is terrible on this. It's just I'm gonna play like 7, 4, and 3 on this, and it just doesn't flow. Yeah, what a missed opportunity. Life of a Stranger is. Yeah, unfortunate. All right, then we got Up in the Sky. Some cool riffing, um, going on. The vocal again, I keep beating that horse, but that's unfortunately the way it is. It's okay, it's okay. And then the final song on here is Stratosphere, which is the instrumental. And when I'm listening to that instrumental, there's some acoustic guitar on this, and it sounds too perfect. If you listen to like his acoustic playing on say Genghis Khan, on Anomaly, that's ace. Really heavy-handed. This is just it just sounds too perfect. And the soloing in this again, you can tell that he is playing. When he's playing, you can immediately pick him out. But I think there's a lot of Steve on this. But yeah, but the soloing again kind of leaves you, yeah, man. I mean, I'm a huge Ace fan. I'm not saying this. I'm saying this as a fan that's like sad. I'm a sad fan. I mean, I've been into Kiss since I was 10. Ace is the reason I play guitar. I've seen him, you know, solo like I don't know 4 times or something. Um, yeah, and out of those 4 times, one time was really really good. The other ones were. Yeah, it's just it you want your heroes to do well, and with all the hype behind this record, and man, there's been a shit ton of hype. I was just hoping it would be better. I mean, every album is, if you every album that he puts out, he says is going to be is better than his '78 solo album. Well, this is a far cry from that. I would say that of his recent solo albums, so say from like an Anomaly on, I mean, this is probably on the same level as um, his last record. Maybe not better than his last. Maybe Space Invader. You know, I'm taking Origins and all of that out of it because they're all just covers records. But I put him maybe on the same level as Space Invader. He's going for the pop, and yeah, I think his Anomaly, like of the more recent 2000s kind of, you know, his once he got sober period, let's call it that. Anomaly's his best record. I just listened to it again the other day. it's that's a rock record, you know. Yeah, and it's way better than this. So if I was to rate this out of 5, oh my god, maybe 2.5. Maybe tomorrow a 3, but no higher than that. It's yeah, it's disappointing. It is disappointing. I mean, what are the like? There's. I mean, I'm just going through the tracks here. 10,000 volts and fighting for life. are like good songs, and everything else is okay. Yeah. So there you go. There's my review of the Kiss record, or the Kiss record, the Ace record. So thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Cheers.